All right, I'm from Houston, so I have to ask about her. She's the pride of H-Town.
Right.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Did she make us proud? Guys, the movie is fantastic. The cast is great. But I'm going to tell you right now, you two are like next level with this film.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, just hilarious. Your characters, great work.
Thank you.
Kudos to you both. You sing in this one.
Yeah.
I'm curious, John, he chuckles. Jon Favreau, what kind of direction did he give you guys as far as the singing?
He let Pharrell and Hans give most of the direction, actually, while singing. He really took a almost alarmingly backseat approach to some of those singing sessions, because he was the person that I knew the best of everyone, so I would keep looking at him for some sort of encouragement. He'd be like, "Oh, look at Hans," and I'm like, that's less comforting. But yeah, it was delightful.
Did you guys work together? Because I know in animation, sometimes the actors work apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were really lucky. We actually did work together.
Oh, so you did?
Yeah, we were together pretty much for everything the entire time. And when we did Hakuna Matata, Donald was there, and JD was there, young Simba. And that really, I think, allowed us to shine, to do our thing. We got to lean on each other, improvise, riff with each other, as if we were doing a comedy sketch, or just a regular comedy movie. Yeah. And I think you can tell when you watch it.
Tell me about the first time you saw this movie, not this version, but the original.
I remember seeing it, I think I was 14. I saw it with my parents. I was a 14-year-old who still went to the movies with his parents. And I loved it. I loved that whole era of Disney movies, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Lion King. I love musicals. I love Broadway shows. And so it really appealed to me on that level. And it's a classic, of course.
Same for you, man.
Yes, same for me, man.
We saw it together.
Yeah, weirdly. We pieced that together years later. It happened to be
with
the
his
same
parents.
Theater. Yeah,
Awesome.
I was in Forest Hills, Queens for some reason.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why, yeah.
We are brothers.
You know what? I don't even want the true answer. I want that one. Tell me about the first time you saw the original Lion King.
I took my children to the cinema, and I thought, okay, you pray that there's something interesting in the thing where you're just, you're not the only one, you're enjoying it as well as that. And I didn't even check on them. I knew they were sitting in the seat next to me. Usually I'm going, you want this, you want this. I was just like, and so I was riveted the first time. I thought I was taking my children to a children's movie, and I would just, kind of sit through it. And it was the most moving, profound story that I had received in many years.
Same question for you. When you saw the original, we're going to get to the current one in a second, but what do you remember seeing it?
Yeah, of course. I always think that I was a child, like a kid when I first saw it. Like I think of myself as like 5 years old, but I was 17, and but I felt like a child, and that was the thing. It really just made you feel all of those kind of emotions. This beautiful story, this wonderful narrative, but also this sense of nurturing, and I felt just really nourished by it,
So now you're playing these iconic characters. Is it surreal? You've seen the movie now. You went to the world premiere. I saw the pictures. You both look fantastic. What are you feeling when you see yourselves in these roles as voice actors, voicing these characters? I mean, what did you feel as you watched this?
Well, I saw 3 stage performances, the Broadway shows, the travels, the touring companies. So it became part of our family's lore, to be able to see Lion King wherever it was. There was a different incarnation, you always wanted to see it. So now I feel like I was ready in a deeper way than I've ever been ready to take on a character. And my children are in their mid-20s. They respect my work, but occasionally I really impress them. This is probably the second time in my life that my work has really impressed them. And it's that I'm in the movie with you guys. It's not that I am so fabulous.
So we'll close. You're amazing. You stop. You're being modest.
No, I'm saying from my children's point of view.
Okay. We'll close with you answering that same question. I mean, your character. I was kind of mad at you. I said he's such a nice guy, but you really played this guy.
Yeah,
I was gonna walk in here going, but
it's a wonderful part. It's a great. Scar is such a great, classic, iconic villain, and was Jeremy Irons' version is just majestic, and I just loved everything about it, and it's been very exciting to just to take it to do something slightly different, but to be an homage to that as well, but to put one's own spin on a character and to talk about it through one's own eyes is amazing.
Gentlemen, it is so good to see you both again.
Good to see you.
Man, I thought Jungle Book was just off the chain, ridiculous, great. It still is. But this is insanely awesome.
Thank you.
Kudos to you both. How surreal is it for you to play this character, this iconic role?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty surreal. I feel like if you look at it on a macro level, it'll kind of overwhelm you. But I think I was just lucky it felt very communal. I was just very lucky to be like hanging with everybody who also like worked on the film. Like it's just like a good group of really talented people, and it's like one of my favorite films. So I felt very at home actually. Yeah.
Jon mentioned Jungle Book. The technology has improved actually, even since that movie. Are you just in awe what you can actually do? I mean, I know you've heard the kudos, but this changes the way we see movies, I think. It really does.
What I like about this is that not only does it look so good, and not only have they come so far technologically, but the techniques we use to actually make it isn't disrupting the film industry as new technologies often do. It gives us the ability, using virtual production and virtual reality, of creating the set digitally and having a full film crew come in. It actually continues the tradition of cinema. So, Caleb Deschanel is a cinematographer who's never worked in effects, but we were able to build a platform that he could just go in, look around, look at the lions, set the lights, set the cameras, and bring his whole career of experience to something like this. And I think that's why it looks so beautiful.
What's your favorite song from the film?
I'm gonna say Circle of Life. Circle of Life is just like, it's a great, I mean, like all the songs are really great, and I feel like, for some reason, all the other songs feel like parts of that song, like a little bit, because that song encompasses so much. But yeah.
Seeing you again, you don't know what this will mean to everyone. You have to take your place as king.
All right, I'm from Houston, so I have to ask about her. She's the pride of H-Town.
Right.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Did she make us proud?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She does. She's everybody knows about her talent. Everybody knows about her, her fashion sense, her filmmaking, all that. But what I learned is why she's really successful is because she works so hard and cares so much. Because down when you peel all the rest of it away, you get down to the layers. You get somebody who just is innately concerned with doing the best job she could and delivering for the people who are watching and who care. So. And quite, down to earth when you're actually talking creatively, just trying to figure it out. All that digital stuff, she didn't have to look at that for her performance. She did the deep dive to understand everything that was going on. And then off to the side, at the same time, while having young children, doing stage shows, making films, putting a whole album together that she's like, okay, we're done.
She went to the studio after the premiere.
Yeah.
Like that,
Literally.
You know how crazy that is? It's like to do all of that all day, get ready, all the stuff, and then be like, I have to go tonight to keep working. Like,
I couldn't even get up the energy to go to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
You guys are making me blush because I've known her family for years.
Yeah.
And she's just
Good
incredible.
family,
So I
too.
love hearing
Yeah.
this. Great job, gentlemen. Seriously, this movie is just so next level.